Hello, welcome to this 30-minute class. It's part of a full 4-part series. It's designed to help create a prioritization of your movement practice for you to help you have accountability and creating a habit of doing your mat Pilates work. You do not have to do it with a full 30 minutes. That is always an option. You also can see that we have a 10-minute and a 20-minute workout that you can do. If you're just starting off with this class, feel free to join us. But if you go to opc.me/challenge, you can get accountability, emails, and advice on how to create habits that stick by me and Lesley Logan, the co-founder of onlinepilatesclasses.com. I'm also a habits coach. And so I bring the science to how habits are truly set and created to you in those emails to help you build habits that stick around your mat practice, but feel free to use it around any habit that you want.
Welcome to onlinepilatesclasses.com, the most supportive Pilates-loving community across the globe. Enjoy new weekly classes from our amazing teachers. Download the onlinepilatesclasses.com app today.
Now, if any of the exercises that we're doing in today's class are not right for your practice and where it's at today, feel free to omit those, replace them ones you can do. I will be referencing the 10-minute and 20-minute class. If you haven't taken those yet, you can still take this one. It will still be a great one, but then you'll want to go back and take those just so you can see what the buildup was, because we're here to slowly start to progress, or at least give you exercise you can do and replacing the ones you can't do yet so you can progress your practice. That's what we love to do at OPC. So we're going to get started. If you cannot go from standing up to sitting down, please stay sitting on the mat that you're at. I am helping those of you who are working on that longevity practice we talked about. There is scientific experiment says that if you can get down on the ground without using your hands, get off the ground without using your hands, you can live decades longer than people who can't. And so it's a really nice little temperature check in your Pilates practice, how the mat work makes us go from standing to sitting and then back up to standing. And again, if you can't do that yet, please don't freak out. You're not going to die tomorrow, but it is really cool to see how your mat practice allows you to have the flexibility and strength to do this exercise. So we'll start standing. You can also use your hands and get down on your knees if you need to. One arm over the other, one leg over the other, and then you bend down, and then you see if you can go all the way down. So that you see that puts us in that rolling like a ball shape. Isn't that great? So we're going to lie down on our back. We're going to go into the 100, legs straight out. If you want to lift the legs up for this 100, you can, or you can leave them where they are. Lift the head and chest up, maybe the legs lift, and pump your arms for your 100. Now your legs can also go high, right? Inhale. And exhale. The legs should really be where they help support your center and not pull you off your center. So it shouldn't feel like you're way up here pumping. Notice how my low ribs are on the mat here. And if you need to bend your knees and place the feet on the mat and pull them back toward your seat to get your glutes to turn on, that is also an option. 2 more cycles of breathing. Last one. Rest. Lower those legs down, flex the ankles, arms up to the sky. We're going to do 5 roll-ups up and over those legs. If you want to do the half roll back where your knees are bent, you totally can. 3 pulses, and then we go down. And again, up and over. Squeeze the legs together. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Hug the legs tight and lower. It's tempting to throw the arms forward. I prefer you not to. So you try to leave those arms by the ears and then your head between your arms as you come over. And then it stays there as you go all the way down. All right, arms by your side. If you have handles, you can use them. I'm not going to use mine today just in case you don't have access to a mat like this. Take one leg up, go across the body, circle around and up. Last week, I talked about if you have a hip click, make sure you check out some of the tutorials we have on the channel. But if you are an OPC member, you can send in a video of you doing this exercise and I can kind of see what's going on and provide feedback on your form. So take advantage of that. Bug me. Lower that leg down. The other leg comes up. And again, we circle. 5 circles across the body, around and up. Pressing that bottom leg down. And then reverse. Open up your collarbones, but breathe into your ribs. In the back. And then roll up. All right, rolling like a ball. We talked about this a moment ago. As you lower down to sit, you are in this position. So if you can't do that yet, take advantage of this exercise. You can hold here or behind your legs. You'll rock back and up. Now, I've been talking about balancing here, right? So do a couple, just make sure you're in the right position. And then you try to balance on your shoulders for 2 seconds. Rock back 1, 1002, and up. And again, rock back. 1,002 and up. Why do we do that? If you can't balance on your shoulders for 2 seconds without falling out of it or using momentum, overhead exercises are not in your practice yet. And we have more things we need to do. Last one. And then, now the rolling like a ball exercise does not mean you balance for 2 seconds every time. It's just a nice little thing to use as a barometer check. Send one leg out, grab the other leg, roll back, single leg stretch, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're gonna do single leg stretch into double leg stretch without a break. Then we're gonna do single straight leg stretch. I'm gonna teach you another exercise in this series. Last one, bring your heels together, toes apart, reach those arms back by your ears, legs go out to the high diagonal, circle around and come in, and reach, and circle, and reach, and circle. One more. Amazing. Rest your head. Look right, look left. Okay, so we did single leg, straight leg stretch last time. You push this leg into your hands so much it helps you get curled up. You pull on it as it pushes into your hands, and you switch, pull, pull. So it's not a bicep curl. You should feel your upper back getting stronger with each pull. Last one each side, and then you get a little break so I can give you double straight leg stretch options. Option 1, hands underneath your hips. It's a little easier. Ideally, they're behind your head, interlaced hands, legs go up, okay? And you're gonna lower both legs and lift. And the legs can lower as much as the head and chest stay curled up. So we'll do 3 of these. You don't have to go that low, but someday you go to 2 inches off the floor and back up. Last one, and rock and roll up to sitting. Next week and our last week, we'll add that 5th exercise. So the legs go as wide as the mat, the hands go between the legs, and we'll round forward and pulse 1, 2, 3, and sit all the way up. So spine stretch forward. It's not a yoga exercise. We're flattening our back out. So dig in your hips and feel where your pelvis is. Round forward. Those hip points that your hands are on do not get to go to your thighs, okay? So come back up and do that with your hands on the mat. Round forward. Can the hip point stay back? 1, 2, 3. And roll up. And again, 1, 2, 3. And roll up. One more. And roll up. Stay here. Take your legs wider than your mat. Okay. Arms out to the side. Same exercise. We're going to add the spine twist you've been doing the last couple of weeks. Twist. And then we're going to add that spine stretch forward here. And pulse. 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Unwind. Twist. And 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Unwind. Twist. And 1, 2, 3. Roll up. Unwind, twist, and 1, 2, 3. Big stretch, up and over, and 1, 2, 3. Lift. Last one. Awesome. Okay, flip onto our stomach. We've been doing the Swan Prep with the hands underneath the forehead the last 2 weeks. You can repeat that. Otherwise, I'm going to teach you another option. So your hands start underneath your shoulders, go a little wider than your mat. So if you have handles, your hands would be there. And then you pull your hands down and back as your heart pulls forward, and you lift your chest. Now, shoulders should be out of the ears, neck should be able to move, and then you lower back down. We don't want to peel off, like where you leave your lower back behind. You want to lift your stomach to come with you. And lower down. And again, lift. And lower. Now, if you did the lift of the hands, head, and chest and legs last week, you want to take it up to the next level. Here we go. We're going to take our heart forward, shoot the arms out, lift the legs, rock, put your hands back down. Arms go out, legs lift, hands come back. One more. Take your hands back and round. You can do a cat-cow or head to the knees. Lift the waist. Come back out on your forearms. Single leg kick, our favorite here. Pull the heart forward and kick, kick, and kick, kick. So we've talked a lot about the hamstrings here, but the next thing you can focus on is if your chest is bouncing forward, lift those hip points up and away so that your chest is still and you're kind of like a duck above the water, right? From the waist up, and the legs are doing the paddling. One more time each side. Double leg kick. We're going to take our hands up behind our back, Elbows are going to go wide. Tailbone's going to reach down. And then both feet are going to kick 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Reach the feet down and the arms up. Heart pulls forward. Lower, look the other way. Kick 1, 2, 3. Feet down, arms up, heart forward. And lower, kick 1, 2, 3. Feet down, arms up, heart forward. And again, 1, 2, 3. And feet down, hip points up, heart forward. Hands to the mat. Sit back, head towards your knees. Lift the waist. All right, thigh stretch. Again, remember, if you can't be on your knees, you'll do shoulder bridge. The legs hug towards each other. The hips are over the knees. Arms go up. Lower the arms as you lean back. Lift the arms to come up. So those hip points we talked about in spine stretch forward, they matter. We don't want them to be sitting forward, and we don't want them to be sitting back. They're going up to those ribs like there's a little suspender here. Lower the arms, lean back. Lift the arms and come up. Lower the arms, lean back. Lift the arms and come up. One more. Amazing. Okay, so here we go. Adding on, if neck pull is something that makes you run away, I get it. It is a harder version of the roll up. So if you have a strap, like I do, it does make it more possible. I will do this without a strap, so those of you at home who don't have a strap can see it is possible. It's just hard. So the feet are flexed, okay? And the legs are hip distance apart, all right? The hands interlace behind the head. Now something you need to do is turn on the back of the leg. So dig those heels down, interlace your hands behind your head. Remember we did that double straight leg stretch? Think about double straight leg stretching your legs into the mat, and then lift your head and chest up and over your legs. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Sit nice and tall. Drop the shoulders, pull the waist back, dig the heels down, tap your head to the mat, and up and over. Oh my goodness, if your feet lift a little bit, it's just information of where you need to be working for. Me, I need more stomach and more butt. Last one, elbows wide. I had to tell myself that too. Pulse 1, 2, 3, lift, and then pull the waist back. Way to go. All right. Bend the knees. Feet are parallel. Spread the toes. Roll the hips up. So we've done hips up and down before. We did marching last week. We're going to take it up a notch. You're going to roll the hips up. Slide a foot out with the pointed foot. Point it up and flex it down. Point it up and flex it down. Point it up. Flex it down. Slide it back. The other leg point, lift, and flex, and point, and flex, and point. Flex, slide the foot down, roll the spine down, and lift up. Whew. We're just adding more exercises into our order here, right? So you can see we've always had an order. It's like adding in. Why? Because when you know what's coming next, you can actually get better and better at checking in with, oh, last week I couldn't do this. Oh, this week I can. That's part of creating a habit, celebrating what you did do. Take those arms wide to the side, squeeze those legs together, twist to the right, 1, 2, and center, twist to the left, 1, 2. Double check you're not in the front of your sit points or the back of them. To the right, 1, 2, and to the left, 1, 2, and to the right, 1, 2, and to the left, 1, 2. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to do our side kicks now. So lie on one side, feet off the mat if you can, elbow, shoulder, hip to the back of the mat, and then get nice and long. Now, if you're new to this, your hand can be here. If it can be behind your head, that's great. It's going to be a more challenge, right? As the leg kicks to the front, 1, 2, so it goes a little bit forward, goes forward, a little bit back, a little forward, then back, a little forward, back. Your chest doesn't get to swing around. So kick, 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 kick. A lot of times as our leg goes back, the chest wants to lean forward. We have to lengthen out the crown of our head more. One more time. Then top leg over the bottom leg, lift it up and flex it down, and lift it up and flex it down, and up and down. Take it back, little circles back there, and reverse. Make sure it's happening in the femur. and rest. Awesome. Go ahead. We'll switch to the other side. All right. So elbow, shoulder, hip, feet, hand where you had it on the other side, and we go. Push that bottom leg down more. The more your bottom leg pushes down, the more of an anchor you have for that leg to reach more. And to the back, our leg doesn't get much reach unless we change our lower back or our hips, because your extension through the front of your hip is about 15 degrees if you're lucky. So if you're touching the wall behind you, it's not impressive if your lower back's swinging forward. Turn the leg out, point it up, and flex it down. Point it up, and flex it down. Point it up, and flex it down. Take the leg back, open the chest, little circles, and then reverse. And rest. Amazing. You're so great. You gotta tell yourself that. Okay, so we're going to take that double straight leg stretch you did, that double leg stretch you did, and thigh stretch, and roll like a ball, and bring it together for a teaser, okay? So first of all, let me just let you know that there are options. You can do a single leg teaser, like it's a half roll back teaser kind of a thing, or you can roll like a ball into teaser, okay? So by all means, I'll do 3 of those with you, and then we're gonna go into the full teaser. All right, here we go. Roll like a ball, reach your arms and legs up, and then roll like a ball, reach it up. Got it? This could be you. Okay, otherwise, everything lies down. So it looks like we did at the 100. You pull the waist back, you come up through the 100 to that teaser. Now we lift the arms up like in thigh stretch, we lower the upper body down, bring it back up, that's 1. Lower the upper body down, bring it up, that's 2, and lower the upper body down, bring it up, that's 3. Now the legs go down and up, 1, and 2, and 3, and then everything down and everything up, and everything down and everything up, everything down, everything up. Flip onto your stomach, swimming. So swimming. You can just do the legs. You can just do the arms, but it's such a nice palate cleanser from our teaser. So here we go. Reach the tailbone long, lift the hands, head and chest and legs up, opposite arm and leg. Breathe in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Last one. Sit back, head to your knees, lift your waist. So last week we did a forearm plank. You can stick with that or tuck the toes. Take your hands out in front of you and find a full plank. And you can hold either of those planks or leg pull. Lift one leg up, rock back, forward, switch. The leg up is your swimming, right? It's that hamstring. It's also the leg to the back from your side kicks. Do you see how they all prepare us for this? So fun how all the exercises come together. One more time each side and rest. So we're gonna prepare for leg pull for next week, but one of those preps is table. So you bend your elbows a little bit, you bend your knees, and you lift your hips. And if you're like, no way, you do shoulder bridge, okay? We're just gonna get used to our hands being behind us. We did that double leg kick today, which helps stretch our shoulders for this. Lift the hips and lower. Don't you love the secret to the success of all this? The exercises prepare us for what's to come. So we don't have to do a ton of extra stretching unless we really, really need to, because the exercises, the more we practice them, the more they prepare us for what's to come. Last 2. Last one. Awesome. All right. Let's go on to a little mermaid, and then we're going to do some kneeling side kicks. So I'm just getting us off our wrists for those of you who are not used to it. So I don't stack my knees for this. It doesn't really feel awesome in my hips. So I have them staggered. One arm goes up and over and lift up. And the other side. Woo. So feel this side get longer as you go up. So it's not just this side that's working, but this side too. And up. And again. Up and over and up and up and up and over and up and up. One more. Big counter stretch onto the forearm. Reach. I love this because it also stretches your triceps after all that work you've done. And then go ahead and sweep the legs to the other side. So eventually the mermaid goes away because it just becomes a side bend. But just so you know, you can always do mermaid in place of side bend if for whatever reason your shoulder or your body doesn't like side bend. Double check your tailbone isn't sticking out behind you. It likes to do that, especially if your hips are tight like mine. And then bring that arm down and up and over. Reach the tailbone long. Awesome. Okay, onto your knees. If you cannot be on your knees, you're going to go back to the side leg kicks that we did. All right, your arms are going to go out to the side like they did for spine twist. And then tip your hand in line with your knee and your hip over your knee. All right, and then your top leg's going to come up. Now, you want to land like this all at once at some point. You're going to come up, bend that knee, come back down, tip, hand in line with knee, hip over knee, leg in line with hip, reach. Come all the way up, and we're just going to go from side to side. It's like doing side sit-ups, really. And reach. You're going to really feel the openness of your hips here, an openness to the front of your hip as well. And tip, reach, lift, tip, reach, and tip, reach. Last time. Awesome. Okay, we're building up to our side bend. So we're going to go onto our hip with bent knees and a forearm. If you know side bend, you want to do it, you can. But strengthening the shoulder girdle and that bottom hip is what we want. So lift everything up and bring it back down. And again, lift it up and bring it down. And lift it up and bring it down. One more time. Lift it up and bring it down. Sweep those legs around. And here we go. Lift it up and bring it down. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Once more. Amazing. Do you feel all that? It's so good. So good. Okay. So we're going to sort of play with boomerang today. We're not going to do it. We're going to build up to it for next week. But squeeze your legs tight together. Take your arms, reach them behind you, and then reach them back to see if they can reach up and back and round your spine more. Not your shoulders more, just your spine. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Set the hands down. Switch across the legs. Reach those arms back. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Set the hands down. Switch across the legs. I promise this will make sense next week. And 1, 2, 3. It's those double straight leg stretch. Sorry, those double leg kick arms with these squeezing legs like they do in the roll up. Last time each side. And 1, 2, 3. Woo! Squeeze your glutes. 1, 2, 3. Bend those knees. Dive your hands in. Seal. Beat 1, 2, 3. Rock back. And beat 1, 2, 3. If you can't balance long enough to beat, we talked about this the last 2 weeks, then you can just come back up. You don't have to beat for 3. You can do 1 to 3 beats, right? It depends on how much time you have to balance on your shoulders. Awesome. Okay. We are going to flip onto our stomach one more time. This exercise is called rocking. It might not be in your flexibility yet, but I'll show you an option for you. So you can do anything you've done on your stomach. You can also just bend your knees, reach your arms back, push the people bone down and lift the heart up and just reach. Right? This could be you. Otherwise, you grab your ankles. And if you can't grab your ankles, you hug your knees towards each other, you push your feet back, you lift your legs, and you rock. Now, We're not doing control balance, but I do want you to practice rolling back up to standing for that longevity test. So go ahead and sit in the center of your mat, rock back and up a few times, and then you're gonna plant your feet, lift your hips to stand, okay? Now, some of you have asked questions about how do I get to where I can rock up to standing. Let's talk about that. So you can cross the legs. So if you're coming from still, you can cross the legs to stand up. That is easier. Eventually you'll be coming from control balance. We're not today. So your legs will be parallel, but go into your rolling like a ball. So this is the shape you have to get comfortable with, because when the feet hit, this is the shape that you're in, and you have to keep the inertia going. All right. So you're going to rock back to the shoulders, plant the feet, and try to lift your butt a little bit. Rock back. It's okay if you fall backwards. Stand. Right? It's also okay if the butt never lifts. Just reach those arms forward, right? Maybe you need someone in front of you to reach to. And again, reach. One more. Plant the feet. Stand up. Whew. Awesome. Okay. So push-ups. We have 3 sets, and then we're going to end with a little something standing, a little standing ditty. So the arms circle. They go in front of your feet. You walk out 1, 2, 3, 4. You can put your knees down if you need to. Elbows bend back. Head in. Walk the hands back. 1. Look at your feet. 2. Look at your ankles. 3, 4. Arms by the ears. Roll up. Circle around. So a lot of you like to look in front of you. Look through your legs and go 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 elbow bends. 1, 2. Head in. Walk back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lift, circle, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 elbow bends. This time, walk your feet to your hands and roll up. Awesome. Okay. So let's practice what we just did there, because the push-up, walking in and out, it's really important. You don't want to be falling in and out. So heels together, toes apart. Lift your heels a little bit. Arms go up, and you round forward without sticking your butt out or locking your knees. And then you roll up. Woo. If your heels fall down, it's okay. Try again. Hug those ankles towards each other and round. And then hug those ankles towards each other and up. And again, one more. And rest. Okay. So that's super helpful. Cross one arm over the other and march. So longevity stuff. I really aim to help people fall better. Okay. Which means I need you to be able to stand up, sit down without using your hands someday. And I need your body to be able to think on its own 2 feet. So you're just going to lift these legs up as high as you can. It's a single leg stretch. We did lie on our back. Because if you can do this without shortening each time, if you can just up, and you just keep doing this, I promise you, if you miss a step, your body knows what to do next. Lift the other leg. And up, and up. Now go to the side, 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 then front, 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 and side, 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 and front, 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 and side, 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 side. Front, 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 front. Heels the other toes apart, hands behind your head. Push your head into your hands into your head, lower, and lift your heels. By the way, all 3 of these exercises at the end take less than 2 minutes. See how they got your heart rate up? It's called cardio. You're welcome. And you can do those even when you only have 3 minutes to work out. You don't have to have 30. It happens. But if you made it all the way to the end, what do? We celebrate. We pat ourselves on the back. We do not judge what wasn't possible for us today. Instead, you drop in the comments below what was. Okay? What was possible? What are you proud of? Did you do 15 minutes? Did you do 30 minutes? Like, how much did you get in today? I'm going to celebrate with you. Habits are not created through shame, and they're not created through all or nothing, pain or no gain. They are created through creating that dopamine high, that being proud of yourself, having a good time. If you want tips on how to make all those things happen, if you haven't yet already, make sure you sign up at opc.me/challenge. Choose the mat one, and you'll get some email tips from me. Plus, you won't miss one of these classes. There's 4 in the series. We've got one more, and they're all designed to help increase your stamina in your Pilates practice and help you see how much you can do in a short period of time. 30 minutes is only 2% of your day. That's it. You have 98% of your day left. Holy moly. Thank you so much for letting me teach you. If you have any questions about what we do, put it in the comments below. If you want feedback on your form, make sure you're an OPC member. Go to onlinepilatesclasses.com/YouTube for that. Have an awesome day.